Well, here we are on YouTube. How are you, Ryan?
Great, Nathan. How you doing?
Good.
Just for behind the curtain stuff, this is our third One Direction song that we've done in as many minutes. Like we just bang, bang, bang. We got a request from our faithful supporter of our channel. He used the Patreon tier system, but he paid us via PayPal to do these One Direction songs. We have contemplated with the first two songs. Is Brian trolling us? Is he truly a fan? We don't know, but if memory serves, he's given us songs in the past that have challenged us, or taken us out of our wheelhouse. And certainly One Direction is a band that Nathan and I do not listen to boy bands on our own time. I mean, yeah, we do. We listen to boy bands, but they all have a bass, guitar, drums. So, but you know, when we say boy bands, we know what we mean by that. Okay.
Yeah. There's one in particular that we listen to a lot, the Beatles, which we quite like, but it's a different kind of boy band in my opinion. But
they play bass, guitar, and drums. Like they kind of play their instruments as a band. But we know, I mean, usually boy bands refer to young kids, no instruments, but they harmonize, they sing well, they're good looking, all that stuff. Girls love them. So why would two 40-plus-year-old men be drawn to this genre? It's very unlikely. Straight guys too, I should say. Like, all right. Well, that being said, this is the song called Night Changes.
Night Moves.
If they covered Bob Seger, that might be all right. All right, here we go.
All right. Okay.
Night Changes.
I'm ready.
Night Changes. This is referring to when they hit puberty during the making of this album. They had some night changes.
Going out tonight changes into something red. Her mother doesn't like that kind of dress.
6.
Everything she's never had, she's showing up.
Well, I think the guys playing the instruments aren't.
Fast,
yeah,
is
so
breaking
it's the four of them again.
She is setting for something that she won't forget. Having no regrets is all that she really wants.
Maybe this is an earlier performance again. So somebody left the band, I think.
We're only getting older, baby. And I've been thinking about it lately. Does it ever drive you crazy? Just how fast the night changes. Everything that you ever dreamed of disappearing when you wake up. But there's nothing to be afraid of. Even when the night changes, it will never change me and you.
Are they from England?
Tonight, doubts are running around her head. He's waiting, hides behind a cigarette. Heart is beating loud, but she doesn't want it to stop.
I never noticed it before. It's like a Harry Styles Jr.
Moving too fast, moon is lighting up her skin. She's falling, doesn't even know it yet. Having no regrets is all that she really wants. Only getting older, baby, and I've been thinking about it lately. Does it ever drive you crazy? Just
nice harmonies.
fast the night changes. Everything that you've ever dreamed of is disappearing when you wake up. But there's nothing to be afraid of. Even when the night changes, it will never change me and you. Going out tonight changes into something red. Her mother doesn't like that kind of dress. Reminds her of the missing piece of innocence she loved. We're only getting older, baby, and I've been thinking about it lately. Does it ever drive you crazy? Just how fast the night changes. Everything that you've ever dreamed of is disappearing when you wake up.
did some digging during that
Okay.
song. So
What did you dig up?
The guy in the middle there, that's Zayn.
The dark hair guy?
Yeah, that's Zayn.
Okay.
He's the one that left the band after this album.
Mm.
So the 4 indicates, serendipitously, I guess, their 4th studio album. So that was probably the tour we saw.
Oh,
But
gotcha.
it also indicates that, I guess, Zayn left the band at the same time. So ironically, they went to 4 members as well. So they only had one more album without Zayn. That was called Made in the Morning, or Made in their 5th and last album. And that was just the 4 of them. But then they've all gone on to do, understandably so, solo careers, because how should I say this? Even the Beatles broke up because nobody likes to share the spotlight. You know, everybody wants to be the star. So these guys all wanted, and I think Harry might be the most popular. But let us know in the comments below if Harry is, because that's the guy I knew, right? So anyway, so what are your thoughts on that performance, though?
I do like the harmonies. I think they've got a great sound coming from 5 of them. Even in the other performances, I was kind of like, I got that vibe already. Kind of like, who's the front man? Who's the, not that there has to be a front man, but who's the one that kind of like leads?
Who's the Justin Timberlake, or who's
who's the leader of the pack? You put a bunch of people together, you always have a leader that emerges. Who is that person? It seems like maybe Harry is that leader.
That's what it feels like. Maybe only because I know Harry Styles, but it still feels like he might be the one. I can see girls being like,
I wonder how many in the band kind of were like, that sense of competition is inevitable amongst, I don't know. I spent a lot of time around teenagers, and teenage guys are so brutal. Like, you talk about teenage girls that compete for absolutely, that's true. But this idea that guys don't compete for a spotlight, oh my goodness, it's going to eventually kind of tear them apart. So it's interesting to kind of watch them perform there in this less in front of a big crowd kind of thing. And it's a great performance. It sounded really great, but that you can almost sense in each of them a little bit of almost awkwardness. Yeah, it was interesting to watch. I really felt in the other performances that they were kind of, hey, we're in front of a crowd, we get to do that. And here in this closed doors kind of setting, it's like, let's get this done.
Oh, good. Interesting. So I think of the 3 that we listened to, that was my favorite. That was absolutely. I think I like that one the most. I don't know where that falls on their pantheon of singles or songs of fandom, but this video alone got 124 million views.
Good grief. That's amazing.
That's more than you and I have ever gotten combined. Times 500.
Yeah. We have 1,000 videos on our channel, and if we put them all together, we wouldn't even have as many views as this. Yeah. So that's crazy.
So anyways, thank you so much, Brian. Definitely our One Direction journey, well, I think officially has come to a close. We could do more if people paid for it. That's all I'm going to say. But
yes.
All right. Well, there you go. Thank you so much. All the kids went in their own direction. There you go. Own direction. Ooh.
Own direction. Yeah. Thank you. Goodbye.
Right, bye.